We cry, holy, 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 unto Yeshua, Shekinah is. We cry, holy, 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 unto Yeshua, Shekinah is. We release the sound of the heavens, the sound of creation. We release the sound of creation.
As you can see, the United States government is messing with the internet. They're slowing down the internet, so that is not connecting. They do this all day long, no matter which vendor, Xfinity, AT&T, they don't care. They tell them, they hack into them or call them, tell them that I'm a threat because I'm getting information. And so what they do is they slow down the internet and they limit the information. Now, I'm self-employed. So them doing this is limiting my ability to earn income. In addition to that, they locked me out the access gate. President near the astrology sign that I'm related to. So the United States Government Occult Division likes to look in the book, whatever the astrology sign that I'm related to, they like to use that and then pick out all the words associated with that and then use it as psychological programming towards me. Now, they think that I don't know this. I told them that I do know this. So they know that I know this, and they're continuing to do it. I explained to my pastors what they're doing, and they're still continuing to do it. As you can see, they're slowing down the internet. I'm trying to watch my service. They do this on a daily basis. They locked me out my access gate so I can't go get money. Then they interfered with the ability for me to earn income because I can't drive my vehicle. Now the court, the judge, the crooked judge that was coordinating with all of them, basically was trying to have a hearing to say, oh, let's see your evidence of them doing all of this. What evidence do you need? I'm locked out of the access gate. What evidence do you need? They foreclosed on my home and they're arguing and saying that the stay that they violated did not apply to them. What do you not understand that Xfinity ignored your stay violation and shut off my internet when they were told, shut off the power in the home when they were told not to? What do you not understand about that? So then she goes, oh, well, because Latanya didn't show up into court, we dismissed her case. No, the United States government had me locked out the access gate so I couldn't drive downtown to go to court. Also, they locked me out the access gate so I couldn't go get my vehicle appraised. Also, they locked me out of the access gate, slowed down the income that I was trying to receive from purses that I had to sell in my home, where those purses, the vendors started giving me 10% on everything that I sent. So if my purse was, if I paid $3,000 for it, they give me $200 for it. They wouldn't even give me 10%. They give me $200 for it. Because the United States Government Counterintelligence Unit interfered and told them to do that. Now I have bills due, right? Because they canceled the case and then they sent the Georgia Power bill back to my account. So there's a bill due of $1,500. I called a church to get assistance. The church has not called me back. They tell the people not to call me back. Then they interfere with my income. They block my income. They tell the W-2 companies not to hire me. They send me fake job offers. I explained this to the court. The court was coordinating with them, said this is not related. Of course, it's all related because they're targeting me because apparently I'm too intelligent for the general public because I read my Bible. So the United States government antichrist agencies, all 5, 6 of them, they're upset that I'm intelligent. Now, I had to piece together an education to top it off, guys. I didn't go to Ivy League school. I had to piece together my education. So the United States is mad that I pieced together an education. Never mind the fact that they had me kicked out of high school, but the fact that I pieced together an education after that and became basically too intelligent and a threat for the United States government, they're pissed the hell off. They're pissed that they wanted me to be ignorant and I'm full of wisdom. I can't help that. God wanted me to be wise, so I'm wise. So they mad. They need to be mad at God then. See, they won't get mad at God. They over here attacking one of God's people. But that's all right. God sees it all. God gonna handle each and every last one of them. I'm telling you right now, they got about 13 fake bloodlines that is the Antichrist is doing all of this. These 13 fake bloodlines own the United States government, all the federal agencies. That's why they going around deleting Jeffrey Epstein, all his stuff. They running around deleting that. That's why they had Bill Barr running around the country, deleting all the evidence, because they knew this stuff was going to come out. They knew all this was going to come out eventually. So they fake pretended that they killed Jeffrey Epstein. He ain't dead. He is not dead. I said this a long time ago. He ain't dead. They faked all of that. Okay, he could have been unconscious getting ready for a surgery, and they made it look like that and put some makeup on it. Because as you guys recall, Harvey Weinstein, who's faking that he can't walk with the little cane, Harvey Weinstein, because he didn't have that cane when he was raping all them people. Okay, so they told him put a cane, pretend to walk into court. So Harvey Weinstein likes to do makeup. Donald Trump's attorney over at Sephora Shaw, those attorneys, they're Jeffrey Epstein's people, they're Alan Dershowitz people, and they're Donald Trump's people. They're attorneys. So all those attorneys, Donald Trump's attorneys over at Sephora Shaw, are basically harassing and terrorizing me with DeKalb County law enforcement, Chamblee police, all of them are part of DeKalb County. They like to swap my home. They've been flying military helicopters over the property. This morning, 5:50 a.m., they sent another military helicopter over the property because they like to harass me on days that add up to 111. So today is November 19th. So it's 111. So the United States government occult division is targeting Christians while they're harassing other countries, talking about they concerned about the Christians. You ain't concerned about nobody's Christian. Your son over there selling fake Bibles. Your daughter hangs out with a known witch. Okay? You buried your wife in a golf course, making the entire golf course unclean. So you buried her in the golf course, carried money out of the house, whatever Epstein was hiding in the house with her, and with the money, you had a bunch of pallbearers carrying all that out in a coffin, pretending it was her body. It wasn't. It was a bunch of cash, photos, whatever she was doing with Ghislaine Maxwell, that they just moved to minimal security. She's supposed to be in maximum prison. But just like they did Jeffrey Epstein when they was letting him out on weekends to go rape people, this is what the United States government does. And they over here harassing me. I'm trying to get the sermon for today. Y'all wouldn't even got this message. They just leave me alone. But they like for me to make my little videos to talk to y'all. So here we are. I'm having a full-fledged conversation with y'all. So let's get it in. You see, they still at it. They still interrupting the cable. They do this all day long. They sitting over there. They Chamblee. The FBI center is right around the corner. Literally right around the corner. Raphael Warnock, he's a fake pastor, brick and mortar only. He sleeps in tombs. His entire fraternity sleeps in tombs to pretend to cross a line, to pledge to a fake idol to get money. You know who that idol is? They're part of the Boule Society. You know who the Boule Society reports to? The Freemasons. You know who the Freemasons report to? The fake 13 bloodlines. There's only one bloodline. There's only one bloodline. The bloodline of Jesus Christ. But these idiots are walking around trying to do a new world order over here, targeting and terrorizing people for no reason at all. No reason at all. Congress is in on it. Stacey Plaskett, you email her. She too busy taking emails from Jeffrey Epstein and questions from Congress. You email her, she blocks you. She blocks you. She blocked me. Her husband is a Virgin Islands police officer. So she was cozying it up. That's why Jeffrey Epstein was getting away with the mess, because he had connections in the Virgin Islands. He got the Bahamas prime minister's son. They moved him next door. moved him next door with his fake wife. She banging on the walls all day long, assaulting me with direct energy weapons for the United States government. That's what they got going on all day long. Banging on the walls, her and the neighbors next door. Neighbors next door, they're hospital workers. The United States government has moved in 11 visa exchange students, where they got them all tapping, banging on the wall, stalking, harassing me, running psychological programming, and then assaulting me with military weapons the United States government gave them. Now, don't you think it's a problem that the United States government is using the immigration services, visa services for wickedness? Don't you think there is a problem that they're using hospital workers, putting these visa exchange workers in hospitals? Huh? And then the Bahamas Prime Minister, he owns a OBGYN in the Bahamas called Paradise OBGYN, because they like to take names from the Bible. Now this fool over there aborting minors that was raped. Now, I personally believe one of the minors was possibly raped by one of Jeffrey Epstein's people, and then they used the Bahamas Prime Minister, his OBGYN went in to go abort the babies. That these grown-ass, nasty men are crawling on top of little children and having sex with them. Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump's people, that's their people. That's who y'all voted for president. Or probably didn't vote it for. It was engineered to make him president. But we can get into that at a later date. Long story short, there's a problem. Y'all need to look into trafficking into the Bahamas, connected to the United States government, where the United States government is manipulating birth records, manipulating travel documents to get these individuals in there. Then they're putting them into adoption services. So that's why they got Cardi B and Erica. They got them both talking about they about to open up a 175 unit facility for adoption. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because they gave my mother 6 kids. They gave my mom 6 adopted kids. She was an abusive person, very abusive. And then she coordinated with the United States government to betray me while they were basically having me gang stalked and assaulted with direct energy weapons. So I already know what they're using those children for in those 175 unit facilities. They're using them as weapons to target civilians. That's a problem. That's a problem. Congress, everybody in Congress knows they're doing this. Everybody knows them. That's why they approve a $55 billion budget so they can target civilians for no reason at all. Now, I keep telling y'all this is going on. Now, the United States government, they over there running a fizz off on social media with their Neuralink programming from Elon Musk. So your news feed is basically psychological programming. It's not organic. It's artificial. So the United States government counterintelligence unit is basically altering your mood by running programs on you on a daily basis. I don't know if they're doing this as a block. All black people get negative news and the white people get positive news, or how they're doing it, but that's what they're doing. They're not flying in space. That's fake. Elon Musk is basically programmed with the rest of the people for the 13 fake bloodlines. Okay? They're saying Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent. I already told y'all he's not dead. So y'all can put that together the way y'all want to. They said he was collecting information on the people. Him and Ghislaine was collecting information on the men to use as blackmail. How, don't you think it's odd that none of the information that Ghislaine did came out? Don't you think that's odd? And then they just moved her to minimum security. She helped facilitate the rape of minors, and she was trafficking people to the Bahamas and to other islands. And then when I went to California, I went and sat at In-N-Out Burger. So the United States government had her pretending to fake run away to hide, and then she pops up at an In-N-Out Burger sitting outside just like I was. The only people that know I was at the In-N-Out Burger was them foster kids in California when I took them to eat something, and the United States government that was gang stalking me, following me from state to state like they like to do. Okay? So let's find out why the FBI, DOJ, NSA, CIA, DHS, who did I forget? Whoever there is. Let's find out why they're not trying to figure out who all the other men were that was on the list that was raping minors. Why aren't they focused on that? But they over here flying military helicopters over my home at 5:50 a.m. in the morning. having the neighbors bang on the wall, assault me with directed energy weapons. I feel heat burning on the back of my head. It's the neighbors shooting thermal rays through the walls. Through the walls. They got the HOA board. They added military and Wells Fargo before they stole my home. This is what the United States government is doing. Then I went to court. They don't own this home. The judge said reverse that. She said it was void. So I send my response to the court. Court tells me to appear in court, DeKalb County State Court. I go to appear to court. They go, your case is dismissed. What do you mean my case is dismissed? I'm locked out of my access gate. Y'all illegally changed my mail. She was like, well, it's dismissed. This is not saying you don't need to dismiss. She'll ask a question. I get because there's cameras in court recording everything. So she was fearful that I was going to say something about them terrorizing me with the United States government. Now she worked for legal aid. And then she also worked for the Department of Justice. So they're using federal judges to gang stalk individuals and then manipulate cases in court. She wasn't even the original judge. They put her on the judge when I sent the document in, telling her to reverse it and telling her that basically I've been assaulted with directed energy weapons. Now they got me locked out of the gate. Can't drive my car. Can't make any money. Government knows this, and I got a bill due. So I'm telling y'all right now, they got to pay that bill because they owe that money. So there were several opportunities I tried to do to make that money to pay these bills that they over here harassing me about because of a civil rights lawsuit in Colorado that the crooked judges is coordinating with them on, all the way up to the Supreme Court, all the way up to the Supreme Court. I send an email to the Supreme Court. They gonna respond. Had Hosanna respond prior to my pastor releasing the song Hosanna, Hosanna, because they like to harass me with names in the Bible. So they tell me this is not the proper way that you report conduct of an officer of the court. So I already knew they was on something. As soon as they responded with that Hosanna person, I already knew they was on something. So I was like, you know what, I ain't even gonna play this game because now I see. And then they even had the Attorney General of Colorado blocked me, y'all. He don't want to change his whole email address. Blocked it. Same email address he was using at the beginning of 2025. They made him block me. Then I reported it to the court. They ignored it. They haven't responded to anything that I sent them reporting all this nonsense. I sent it to Governor Polis, Jared Polis, the gay governor. He was placed there because in the book it talks about the astrology book they use in the gang stalking. It has the word gay. So the United States government is running around with the word gay because in the Bible it says it's a sin. It's a sin to be gay. So they went and made Jared Polis governor, and they got him over there with his attorney general, the wise dude, pretending that they over there doing stuff for the public. They ain't. They over there helping the United States government, Antichrist division, carry out their weapons of being Antichrist. That's what they doing. That's what they not doing anything positive. As you can see, they not helping the people. DeKalb County hasn't funded the nonprofits. Nonprofits been out of money since first quarter this year. First quarter this year, they've been out of money. So supposedly all these people saving money into they foundations and stuff. They're not helping the nonprofits. They keeping the money. We don't know where the money going. We have no clue because the IRS, they not the Department of Justice. They not doing what they supposed to do. They over here harassing me, y'all. They over here following me when I walk into the gas station. I over here walk into Whole Foods because they got me locked out the gate so I can't drive. So I got to go walk and pick up my groceries up. I walk into Whole Foods. They got everybody in there running a psychological program on me. The employees, they got people running around trying to run from one end of the store to the next end of the store because I can tell they in there to harass me. So I go to the other end of the store. As soon as I look up, the person next to me in the store, on the other side of the store. All coordinated by the United States government, watching me on security cameras that they got up in the store. They'll send an FBI agent into the store, like I would go to the hospital because they was flying bioweapons to my home, stinging me in the eye, and my eye was blowing up. I walk into the home. I walk into the Wellstar Hospital. They got the United States government following me, several cars. They running inside while I'm going inside. I go inside. They run into the room. They wait to put me into a special room. I go into the room. They close the door. All of a sudden, somebody banging on the walls outside. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, I know these fools did not follow me to the hospital. They did. They followed me to the hospital, banging on the walls, kept banging on the walls. As soon as they was done, the nurse comes in to take my blood pressure.